We, the members of the Polk County Sheriff's Office, are committed to excellence in providing law enforcement, detention, and public safety services. In partnership with our community, we will serve with integrity, compassion, accountability, and professionalism.
April 8, 2024. Emmanuel Espinoza brutally murders his own mother at her home in Frostproof. The Polk County Sheriff's Office Homicide Unit is investigating the brutal murder of 46-year-old Elvia Espinoza by her 21-year-old son, Emmanuel, who was a fourth-year pre-med student at the University of Florida at the time. On Saturday, April 6, 2024, Emmanuel left Gainesville around 11 a.m. that morning and came to Polk County to spend time with his family. He arrived at Elvia's home in Frostproof around 2 p.m. When she answered the door, he used his pocket knife to repeatedly stab her until she died. He then called 911 and confessed. He told detectives that she annoyed him, and that he decided on the drive south to kill her. When deputies arrived at the scene, Emmanuel was immediately taken into custody and booked into the Polk County Jail. He has been charged with first-degree murder and is being held on no bond. Elvia was a second-grade teacher at Ben Hill Griffin Elementary School in Frostproof. February 7, 2024. High school teacher/soccer coach arrested for sexual relationship with a student. Detectives from the Polk County Sheriff's Office arrested a high school teacher in Lakeland on Tuesday, February 6, 2024, after an investigation revealed that he had twice sexually battered a 17-year-old student from the school where he taught and coached soccer. 26-year-old Richard Alcalde of Lakeland was transported to the Sheriff's Processing Center and charged with sexual battery by custodian, F1, sexual offense on student by authority figure, F2, and unlawful use of two-way communication device, F3. PCSO detectives confirmed that Alcalde was employed as a teacher and a boys' soccer coach at Star Athletes Academy at 3151 Hardencombe Road in Lakeland, and was hired there in August of 2023. School officials told detectives that Alcalde's employment is terminated. Richard Alcalde should never step foot in a classroom ever again. Simply put, he preyed on this student and took advantage of her. He even tried to justify it by telling her that it was normal in his culture for a man his age to have a relationship with someone so young. Well, that doesn't fly, and now he's going to experience jail culture. Grady Judd, Sheriff. The PCSO investigation began on Tuesday after the victim's mother discovered flirtatious text messages between her daughter and Alcalde the night before. The victim's mother told detectives that she went to get her daughter at the Dollar General store at 637 U.S. 1790 Seconds West in Haines City after speaking to her daughter on the phone and noticed her daughter sounded intoxicated. While checking the girl's phone, she found the text messages. According to the victim, Alcalde gave her an alcoholic beverage at the school, then drove her to a gas station and got her another alcoholic beverage. He then drove to the Dollar General store where he sexually battered the girl. While speaking to detectives, Alcalde admitted to sexually battering the girl twice at the Dollar General store but denied providing her with alcohol.
July 11, 2024. Registered sex offender living in Polk charged with new sex crimes against children. A registered sex offender who was convicted in Hardy County in 1991 for a sex offense against a child was arrested yesterday by the Polk County Sheriff's Office Special Victims Unit for lewd molestation of two young victims in Polk County. The investigation began when one victim disclosed to a family member that 58-year-old Jesse Valdez, DOB November 30, 1965, of Bardo had touched the victim's private parts numerous times under and over her clothing when she was as young as 7 and 8 years old, and that the sexual abuse continued over the years. The victim stated that the abuse sometimes took place in Valdez's vehicle while Valdez played pornographic videos on his phone and exposed himself to her. During the investigation, another victim was discovered. She told detectives Valdez touched her numerous times under her clothing. Both victims were young girls that Valdez had access to. When a family member confronted Valdez, he made incriminating statements and apologized for the abuse. Upon his arrest, he told his girlfriend to sell everything because she was probably not going to see him for a long time. He refused to cooperate with detectives. Valdez was booked into the Polk County Jail and charged with lewd molestation on a victim under 12 years old, FL. Lewd and lascivious molestation, F2. Lewd and lascivious exhibition, F2. Valdez's cell phone was seized and a forensic examination of the device is ongoing. Further charges are pending the discovery of any other crimes. It takes a lot of courage for a young child, a victim of a sex crime, to come forward, and we are so proud of these children for doing just that. We need to know if there are any other victims of this pedophile out there. Please contact us if you have any information about Jesse Valdez sexually abusing children. Grady Judd, Sheriff.
Equality before the law, also known as equality under the law. Equality in the eyes of the law, legal equality, or legal egalitarianism, is the principle that all people must be equally protected by the law. The rule of law is a political ideal that all citizens and institutions within a country, state, or community are accountable to the same laws, including lawmakers and leaders. It is sometimes stated simply as no one is above the law.